This UFC fighter has been waiting 7 years to face this opponent. Don't go away, because every fighter has a story. Hey there, Must Love MMA fans. Welcome back to another edition of the Must Love MMA show, where we scour the internet and the web and the globe for all the best stories about fighters every week. This week, we've got a special guest joining us, as you can see right over here. It's Roxanne Modafferi. Hey, Roxanne, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. You know, we were supposed to do an interview last week, and I got a cold, so I had to reschedule. And I know you're probably less than a week away from the fight, so I really want to thank you for rescheduling. But let's get right to it. How are things going for the camp, the fight training camp?
Things are going excellently. I'm in great shape. You know, I've got my game plan, my technique, an awesome team behind me. I feel strong. I can't wait.
Take us through a little bit, because we've got some great video of you. Take us through a little bit about how you were preparing for this fight.
Well, I have an all-round training camp. You know, I hit mitts with my coach, John Wood. He's a huge part of my training camp and just my all-around instructor. You know, striking, wrestling, MMA technique. He's the best. So I really love working with John Wood. And also Casey Milliken. He's my jiu-jitsu instructor, as well as Mike Pyle. But Casey's been there for me for many months, and we're always working, you know, many times a week, really hard. So my game has elevated, and I'm excited to show the fans what I can do.
So, Roxanne, you were supposed to face Barb a short while ago, but that fight did not happen. Can you tell our Must Love MMA fans exactly what went on and why you did not face her?
I was looking forward to fighting Barb December 2017, and it didn't happen for kind of an amazing reason. Sajara missed weight for the title fight, and I got the last-minute call the night before to fight Nico for the belt. Our opponents got shuffled, so Barb fought Lauren Murphy. So it was great that I got the title fight. And, you know, now I really do want to fight Barb. You know, it's a rematch.
Yeah.
7 years in the making, so I'm gearing up for that one again.
7 years? It doesn't seem like 7 years. You know, I'm curious to find out, though, is it better for you mentally? Because so much of the game is mental with a fighter, and I want our fans to understand that. It's not just about you know, training and doing your jiu-jitsu. A lot of it is the mental prep. Is it easier or is it less stressful to have faced her before and then you were waiting? Or how do you feel mentally going into the fight? Because you did have that time where you're supposed to fight her in 2017, and it's 7 years in the making.
Well, to explain that, you have to know my goals and where I'm coming from. So, you know, I'm not fighting to be a super rich star, Conor McGregor, whatever. I'm fighting to prove to myself and everybody that I can successfully do the techniques in the ring. So the fight against Barb, I actually feel more pressure to fight her than I did to fight Nico, despite that being a title fight. So
How do you think you match up stylistically with her then?
I think Barb is very similar to me. You know, we both have striking, we pick at each other with the strikes, kind of simple combinations. We both go for wrestling takedowns, good ground and pound, you know, so I think we're very similar in that regard.
Now, we can't do this interview. We don't talk a little bit about your training with Serena. And let me just say, when fusion is done correctly, a true warrior sport, let's talk about that, because the video is hysterical.
So Dragon Ball Z is one of the best anime in the world from Japan, and I've been very influenced by that throughout my whole youth and fight career and everything. So I don't care what people say, it's an amazing series. And two warriors do this goofy dance, and when they touch fingers, they become this new super fighter. And Serena and I thought it would be hilarious to make a video, but just like the characters, if they like miss their fingers, they do it wrong, they become like a weird, fat, skinny, or somebody else, you know? So we filmed our genuine mistakes, you know, and then tried to make a funny video about it. I don't think it went viral yet, but
I think it's really funny. I think I got to practice that thing. Maybe the touching. Can I touch you through the screen? Maybe that'll work.
It's hard. It's hard to remember.
When I come out to Vegas, she'll show me how to do it. Now, you have been training such wonderful kids at Syndicate MMA. Tell me about what's like to train the kids. They're so cute.
It's such a big honor to be able to teach somebody else's children, to teach children in general. I was very happy to be offered the job of jiu-jitsu instructor at Syndicate, and it means so much to me. I not only want to teach them the technique, but I want to teach them how to be proper humans, how to, I tell them to always bow to your partner, thank your partner, go find your own partner instead of me matching them up. And you have to ask nicely, will you be my partner? And if you don't want to be partners, you have to say, maybe another time. I try to teach them, how to be polite and not be like, no, I don't want to be your partner,
You've been in this sport a long time. Do you think it's different now for kids that want to be in any kind of fighting? Because I know when I was growing up, my parents, they just wouldn't really, I was into it, but they weren't sending me over there. But I feel like this sport is, because it's more popular, people are beginning to understand it's really a sport that is about honor and integrity, not about the brutal brute force.
I think there are actually two sides of that. I think that there are a lot of fighters who do fight because they need to get out their aggression, and they do have problems in their past. But also there are people who just want to do the sport and who are, very able to do anything they want in life, but they just want to be athletes for the sport. So it's cool. Like when I first started, I wasn't considered an athlete, I was considered a fighter or whatever, I don't know. But, now, yes, absolutely. Like it's a, mixed martial arts has become a martial art. Jiu-jitsu is not just, karate. It's like, okay, this is a sport. This, it's an athletic endeavor, so that's cool. It's a more recent thing that I've noticed, in my long years in MMA.
Oh, not that long. You're going to make me feel old. All right, you have fought so many great women warriors, as I like to call them. Is there anyone on your radar that you'd like to rematch besides the upcoming fight that you're going for?
Many of the people I wanted to rematch or fight have retired, so it's kind of a shame, and it makes me feel old. Hitomi Akano, Takayohashi, I think, is still fighting. She's in Japan. Rosie Sexton, I would have liked to rematch. But Barb Honchak is number one. I'm so excited I have this fight, just her, and then, hopefully work my way back up to a title shot, whoever it may be.
Good for you. What is your secret talent, Roxanne?
I think my secret talent is staying positive and my positive energy. I always I find the positive in any situation. My mom raised me that way, and I just do my best with that, and it really helps me.
Yeah. You wrote a book about that subject. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about it?
Yes. My book is called How to Be Positive, Mental Training by the Happy Warrior. And it's like I've gotten a lot of questions from fans asking me, so how do you stay so positive? And I thought, well, there are a bunch of numerous mental techniques that I use that my mom taught me. Why don't I just make a list? So I made 10 chapters, and in each one I explain this technique that I use. For example, always see the silver lining, for example. Okay. And it's easy to say that, but you have to mentally practice it a lot in order to become good at it, right? So I write like various scenarios that I explain, this happened to you, what should you think? And then the person, it's a workbook, so the person has to write down on paper, well, I would say, at least I'm with my friend even though it's raining outside, or something like that. Like I guide them to think of positive things. So I hope that this book helps people, kind of train their minds to be more positive.
Very inspiring, and credit to your mom, because if she taught you that, she must be a great lady, because she created you. And you really do, I would say, just even when I look at your pictures, sorry, folks, I'm kind of a fangirl of Roxanne's, but even when I look at your pictures on Instagram and stuff, you just like radiate the happy warrior. So I think that's so awesome. And you probably are able to impart that to the kids, which is just a great benefit to them.
Oh, thank you. I really try.
All right. I just want to tell our Must Love MMA fans that Roxy has this really cool shirt called Roxy's Fear the Fighter shirt. And we're going to put it on the screen right now. And make sure you plug in the special code HAPPY, because it's a really cool shirt. You should try and get it if you can. Roxanne, is there anything else you'd like to add today?
I just want to thank my trainers, John Wood, Casey Milliken, Mike Pyle, and Lorenzo Pavlica for always having my back. And also my team, Syndicate, and everybody, the fans especially. I love when everybody reaches out on social media or whatever and just sends me an email, hi, good luck, or whatever. It's really cool.
But your fans just don't reach out. They have a picture of you where the fans actually sent you some cool stuff, right?
I've gotten some amazing gifts from my Amazon wish list. That's really sweet of you guys. I appreciate it.
So Roxy, tell us where our Must Love MMA fans can follow you.
You can follow me on social media, Instagram, Roxy Fighter, ROXY Fighter. Also Twitter, Roxy Fighter. And on Facebook, I have both a personal page and a public athlete page.
All right, MMA fans, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this interview. I'd be really grateful if you hit the subscribe button below. It's that big box that says Must Love MMA. I think it's on this side, or maybe it's on this side. If you've got a question, rant, comment, or just want to reach out and ask Roxanne a question, she'll be coming back on the show after her fight. And Roxanne, I wish you good luck on your fight at The Ultimate Fighter. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.